Hello, everyone. Thanks for logging on to CBSColorado.com. Time now for a few extra minutes with Mark Schlereth, Super Bowl champion. You know, I feel like I can't say Broncos and Super Bowl champion for a while. It feels nice to say. When we look at the Broncos now, they are 5 games in, and honestly, Stink, this was kind of the easier part of their schedule.
Yeah.
You got Chiefs and Bills 3 out of the 4 next games. What do you think the next month of ball looks like?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously you head out to Kansas City on Thursday night, and the Kansas City Chiefs are not the same team they've been, but they really understand how to win, and they understand what the Broncos are and the dominance they've had over the Broncos. And, I'll go back to my own playing career. When we played the Raiders all those years, and in 6 years as a Bronco, we were, during my tenure here, we were 11-1 against the Raiders. And it was just one of those things where you knew that they were going to play hard. You knew they were going to put up a tussle for a quarter or so, and then you knew you would get the upper hand on them. And so, obviously, the Chiefs have a really, great feeling about playing the Broncos and what it's going to take to beat the Broncos, and they've been able to do that 15 straight times. And then, if you go there and you somehow find and secure a victory, like all of a sudden you become alive again in this season, right? There's some excitement, and then you've got a Packers team coming in here that's not very good, and then you've got the Kansas City Chiefs back here after that, and then you talk about the Buffalo Bills. Now all of a sudden the Buffalo Bills, they just lost in London to Jacksonville, and they've had some injuries. Their cornerback is injured, their middle linebacker is injured, they have a defensive tackle that's injured. There's a little bit of a scuffle on the bench, if you will. Stephon Diggs a little bit. So now all of a sudden, if you could win Thursday night, there's a little bit of a glimmer of hope. But if you lose Thursday night and you're 1-5, then it becomes a fire sale.
Right.
Then it becomes, we're going to start moving players out here, try to, prepare for next year's draft. And I wouldn't be surprised if, there's a change on the coaching staff on the defensive side of the ball. If Vance Joseph is relieved of his duties as the defensive coordinator, if they shuffle some things around there in regards to the way they're calling that defense. So this is a real pivotal game coming up on Thursday night.
Wow, feels like so much on the line when you put it that way. When you talk about potentially getting a win, I mean, how could the Broncos pull that off?
Well, I think a couple of things. Travis Kelce's a little bit banged up.
Yep.
Their receiving core isn't what it used to be, right? There's not that speed threat. Remember when we played Miami, and I know you don't want to remember that, but they gave up 70 points.
Yeah.
And, the heels of the safeties, normally when you're in a middle of the field open kind of formation, those safeties have their heels at about 12 to 14 yards. We're back at 20 yards. We're so afraid of their speed, and they absolutely eviscerated us underneath on the crossing routes and all the things they did. So, for us, you don't have to play that way against Kansas City. They don't have that kind of speed. So can you affect their quarterback? Can you affect Travis Kelce, who's on a little bit of a gimpy foot, gimpy ankle? You do that, and you clean up the defense, and that's been the biggest issue.
Right.
This defense, the gap integrity of this defense, giving up 350 yards rushing to Miami, giving up another 234 yesterday to the Jets. Like, if you don't clean that up, you don't have a chance to win.
Right.
And that has been absolutely pathetic. So that's something they're going to have to figure out what they're doing there and why it's been such a sieve.
I mean, you talk about that cleaning it up, but now they're on a short week. I mean, what fixes can they make? Is this personnel, or is this fixes that they can make?
I personally think it's scheme.
Okay.
Like when you get shoved a yard, 2 yards out of your gap, and you're pinching and you're stunting and you're doing things to take away the run game, and you don't have that gap integrity, that lane integrity that you're supposed to be in. That's when big just gash runs happen to you, and we've seen that on a consistent basis. Where even last weekend, Breece Hall is walking through a line of scrimmage hole that's 6 feet wide. There's 6 feet, and I don't care who you are. If you're an NFL running back and you've got 6-7 feet of real estate and a safety's coming in, that guy's not going to tackle you.
Yeah.
If he does tackle you, then you need a different running back. Like that's the way we talk about it in the NFL. If you can break through a hole that's 6-7 feet wide and a guy can bring you down in that hole, you're not the right running back for our football team. And so it really, you have to constrict those lanes. You have to rely on one another, and you have to maintain a gap integrity. And they have not done that at all this season. They've been awful at defending the run.
I feel like you're probably a better guy than most to talk about Sean Payton. You know him well. Do you feel like, I'm sure he can't be happy with where things
Sure.
are at. Where do you think Sean Payton's mentality is right now?
Oh, I think he's very frustrated with the coaching staff. Like, one thing I know about Sean, man, he'll make it uncomfortable for the coaching staff.
Okay.
Guys will walk on eggshells. That's kind of how Mike Shanahan coached his team as well. So, and I think there's value in that. I think you have to have that. Hold those guys accountable. And listen, those guys know that if they don't rectify this on the defensive side of the ball, there will be changes. And I don't know what those changes are, whether guys are going to get fired or whether they just shuffle around responsibilities. I don't know. But all those things, I think, are on the table after Thursday night. If you go back into Kansas City and Isaiah Pacheco puts 160 on you, there will be dudes getting fired. I just believe that's going to happen.
Wow. Well, this is going to be, and things are, I think, just about to get very interesting one way or the other for the Denver Broncos. Stink, we appreciate you so much coming on, and of course, you can always hear Stink every morning. Are we 7 to 10 or are we 6 to 10?
We are 6 to 10 now.
I'm not up that early.
We gave an extra hour.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's what the people want, 6 to 10 every morning on The Fan. Mark, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for logging on. We will see you next time.